how to overcome sin. Woo! How to overcome sin. All right, we're gonna take a different spin on talking about sin today, and I'm gonna give you guys some productive things just to think about when it comes to overcoming sin or vices or any of these things. In order to replace a bad habit, you have to replace it with a good habit, right? So if you have a bad habit of sinning, breaking God's commandments, falling to sloth, gluttony, lust, right? Idolizing, your whatever it is, you have to replace it with a good habit. All right. And what I mean by that is you have to channel this energy. Something I still, obviously it might not be the most godly terms, right? But something I keep in mind, something I learned from Grant Cardone, is you have to channel your beast. You have to feed the beast. But I think of it this way: you have to channel the beast, right? And obviously we don't use beast, but let's say energy. We, especially the younger you are, but as human beings, we have a power to do anything. We have so much energy. We have so much mental cognition. We have so much things that we could use. And Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil, they talk about it drifting, right? And Christianity in the Bible, they talk about God. Actually, I don't know if I actually can't remember if there's a Bible verse upon this, but I'm sure there is. Something I remember in Bible class, one of my pastors was saying, was God has to fill your mind. God fills my mind. He takes it, right? And connecting it to Outwitting the Devil, when he talks about how the devil gets a hold of you, is when your mind is drifting, when you aren't consciously thinking, when you aren't consciously speaking, when you aren't consciously acting. That's when the devil slips in. All right. And relating it to Grant Cardone, you have to feed the beast. Me saying you have to channel your energy, right? Is what, if you're not being conscious with what you're doing and how you're channeling your energy, you are able to be manipulated and fall victim and end up doing the wrong thing. So when it comes to sins, like replacing bad habits with good habits, when it comes to overcoming sins, you have to channel that, right? It's not gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna stop doing this, especially if it's a huge problem in your life. You just always get angry. You're just always greedy. You just always serve money, whatever it is. You have to channel that same energy like I had towards money into serving God, right? When God called me to be a leader for God's kingdom, to help people get closer to God, to live their purpose, to do all these things, right? I've always been a leader. When I was a leader in business, a leader in fitness, a leader in my jobs, a leader in basketball, a leader. I've always been a leader. How could I channel that for God and God's kingdom? That's what he was calling me to do. And so I have to take that same level, that same passion, that same energy, and channel it this way, right? Because I'm just gonna fall back into what I was doing. So it's the same thing with whatever vice, whatever sin that you're doing. You have to replace it. So when you have that trigger, first you got to get rid of triggers. But when you start thinking that thought, when you start seeing yourself getting angry, when you know you're about to overindulge on that weed, that alcohol, that vice, whatever it is, that food, right? When you're about to idolize somebody, when you're about to have envy for someone, when you notice that stuff, you want to have something to fill your mind. So you want to fill your mind with God, right? Right? Okay, maybe every single time you're about to overindulge in food. No, actually, I'm about to go on a run. I'm actually going to walk with God right now. I'm going to talk to God. Instead of me just overindulging on eating a whole bunch of food, I'm about to go on a walk with God. I'm about to go on a hike. I'm about to claim authority of this trail right now and make this my worship, make this my sanctuary, make this my temple, right? I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to do this. You have to channel this energy, right? Like right now, all of my my energy right now is making these videos, spreading my life force, spreading my energy, all of my attention, all of my mind, all of my thoughts are aligned towards making these videos, to living my purpose, to speaking what I believe God wants me to speak, to share my gift, to share this message with you guys, to be a messenger. That is purely my attention. So I'm not drifting Napoleon Hill. I'm not drifting where the devil could come in my mind. I have no capability of sinning. Right? But when you're just sitting there, not having any purpose, and you're just driving, or you're just, when you're driving, what are you doing? You could be talking to God. When you're driving, when you might be thinking of things that you shouldn't be thinking about, or you might just think about, alcohol. You might think about weed. You might think about doing something that you know that you shouldn't do. You might be sinning, right? You could be listening to worship music. You could be worshiping God. You could be singing for God. You could be talking to God. You could be thinking about God. You could be planning your next steps when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to serving your family, when it comes to your fitness. You could be doing these things. You could be channeling that energy. So you have to channel that energy. All right? That's the video for today, guys. I just wanted to come from a different spin to talk about sin, about how can you overcome it, give you something you can apply to your life, because it's been extremely valuable to me. Something I do all the time is, hey, I'm talking to God. I'm going on multiple walks with God a day. I'm praying to God. I'm talking to God as much as I possibly can. I'm reading the Bible multiple times a day, spending at least an hour in the morning, right? I'm trying to do it before bed as well. I'm constantly listening to worship music, Christian rap music. I'm listening to pastors speaking. I'm educating myself. I'm putting myself in the right communities. I'm putting myself around the people. I'm making sure I'm living my God-given purpose all the time. I'm channeling that energy. I'm being the best man I can be for my woman. I'm living my best life, right? I'm doing these things. And so I highly recommend you guys do the same. All right, God bless your soul. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Crush it. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful life. God bless. Peace.